Well, tonight the Grand Island Public School Board had to make some tough decisions on a budget that will inevitably cut dozens of positions throughout the entire GIPS district. And Local 4's Casey Minty attended tonight's meeting and joins us now from our Grand Island newsroom with more. Casey.
Spencer, it was an emotional night at the board meeting. Several middle school counselors came to speak on behalf of not cutting those positions, and board members also held back tears as they considered eliminating 36 positions throughout the district. The proposed job cuts passed through the board by a unanimous vote. Those position cuts break down like this. At the middle school level, they will lose 11 certified staff and 3 classified staff. And at high school, they'll reduce by 17 certified staff and 2 classified positions. Then on the district leadership team, they'll reduce by 3 positions. Those cuts include 2 social work positions for the middle schools, leaving just 1 to service all 3 middle schools. And during the meeting tonight, those social workers made their voices heard about the plan.
GIPS middle schools currently have an estimated total of 2,000 students, and the city is growing. According to data published by the University of Nebraska-Omaha, Hall County will see a population growth of 3,500 by 2030 and double that by 2040. That growth will impact the student populations across schools in the district.
And Barr Middle School Principal Joe Eckerman says the process of making the cuts has been difficult.
If we do eliminate more classroom teachers and then we increase class sizes, right, then how's that going to impact students' mental health, teachers' workload? We are still in a teacher shortage, right? So there was no great choices in this situation.
Superintendent Matt Fisher says another way they want to save money is by closing and selling the Wyandotte Learning Center and moving all operations that are currently housed there to another or other district buildings. And also part of the changes, preschool class sizes will increase to 20 students. They were previously only 15 students. Spencer, back to you in Hastings.